Hi there, Taylor, the studio manager here from Bergstrom-Mahler Museum of Glass. I'm here today to run you through our March Art Activity Day project, which is March Good Luck Charms for St. Patrick's Day. So very first thing I'm going to have you do is go ahead and empty your kit and get all of your contents in front of you. All right, so in front of you, you should have your kit contents here, which you can see. We have our blank with our shamrock on it, our bail, which we will attach later, which is just a word for the jewelry hoop that we can glue on the back here. We have our key ring that we'll attach later with our bail. And we have some glass materials that we use here in the studio to decorate our shamrock. So here we have stringers. They look a lot like colorful spaghetti noodles. We can break those in half or break those with our fingers by pinching them in between two fingers and snapping. We have small pieces of pre-fired scrap glass to make sure that they're not sharp. And we have what I call dots. And these are actually flame working rods that I've cut up into small discs and then pre-fired so they round out to look like dots. So we have our toothpicks and tweezers, which are optional to use if you feel the need to. But the very first thing we're going to do is open our E6000 glue. So these are a little bit tricky because you untwist the cap and there's a little piece of foil there. And when you take your cap off, you'll notice that the part away from the opening has a little spike. So we're going to use that spike to pierce a hole there. And you'll notice you'll have glue coming out. If it starts to come out quickly, you can always wipe it away with something. Just be very careful because this glue is very strong, and that's how we like it, because this is going to be the glue that you use to decorate your shamrock with. You're going to make sure to glue down all of your pieces so that they don't go anywhere. So it's up to you if you want to decorate and glue as you go, or if you want to lay it all out. I like to lay mine out a little bit first. And everyone's pieces are slightly different. It just depends on what kit you got. So for some of our younger people, these things may be very easy to deal with and grasp physically. And that's why there are some tweezers for some of us who have some bigger hands. You can stack things as high as you want. So I'm doing 3 layers there. And I think I'll do 2 more dots just because I have 2 matching ones in here. I can't resist. So I like to keep mine pretty simple. I think that's where I'm gonna leave that. So I'm going to set my things off to the side, clean up my space a little bit here. And then there are 2 ways I can start to glue some things onto my piece. For the stringers, what I actually like to do is just push the stringer into the glue. So I have it covered pretty well here. I like to try to do these first, because if you don't get them glued down, they'll roll away from you. And since this glue is so strong, we don't need a lot, just enough to cover it. You'll notice sometimes that this glue can leave little strings behind, kind of like hot glue does. So the way you combat that is you just wait till it dries and then you can scrape it off of there. Another way you can glue things, if you don't like sticky fingers, so you can use your toothpick here to get a little gather of glue. And you can either put it where you want it or you can put it on the piece itself. So that time I put it on my dot, and this time I'm going to try to put it. I have to be careful there too. Put it right on the piece. And this is sometimes nice for the tweezers. We don't want your fingers to get covered in glue. So we're looking good so far. For these scrap pieces, I can put the glue right onto the scrap, or I can just put it where I want it, since it's a little bit bigger. Last piece, glue, even a different one there. It's the nice part about these tweezers. They're there when you need them, and if not, you can always save them for something around the house. All right, so I'm happy with the way my piece turned out. It's nice that the glue is so strong and thick that I can show you guys how to turn it like that, but of course we do want to wait about 24 hours before we start hanging our keychain from anything. So I'm going to set it off to the side a little bit here. And next can be the trickiest part, which is putting your key ring onto your veil. So if you're like me and you have very short nails, it can be tricky. But I use my thumbnail just to separate that a little bit. And then I slide on that veil. And then I can just turn. So now I have my veil attached to my hoop, and all I need to do is glue this textured side to the back of my shamrock here. Usually you'll have some of this E6000 left over. I encourage you to keep it because it's nice for things around the house, or if you want to use it for next month's art activity. And the nice part about these is that they're already flat on the ground, so I just lift my piece and push it where I want it. So I still have some wiggle room while it's wet. And there we go. I've now completed my shamrock good luck charm. And again, I'm gonna let it just hang out for about one full day, just to make sure it's really nice and dry before I start hanging it on my keys or my backpack, wherever I'm gonna use my good luck charm. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I always love to make art with everyone. And if you're interested, please check out our website for future art activity days, which you can order in advance and receive when the first of the month comes around. Thanks for watching.